shit! Ah, what are you doing in there?
I'm here every night.
Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about ABCs of Death 2, and I've actually already filmed this and I've edited the video twice, but I wasn't happy with how it came out because I was mistaken on a couple facts and I didn't want to put, false information out there, and yeah. And I also, in the first time I filmed this, said I wanted to show you part of the intro, and then I couldn't find anywhere that I could show you the intro because it's not on YouTube or anything, so you can go find that on your own. Anyway, I have reviewed the first ABCs of Death. If you haven't seen that review, I will link it down below. As you guys know, I'm working on my updated top 10 most disturbing horrors and whatnot, and ABCs of Death 1 is on that list, spoiler alert. And I was hoping that I would be able to add ABCs of Death 2 because the first one was so disturbing, but I'm not able to do that. This one was not disturbing at all. Okay, there's a few parts that are like a little messed up, but nowhere near to the equivalent of L or Libido from the first one, if any of you guys remember that one. There were just so many messed up ones in the first one, and this one, ABCs of Death 2, just took it way more to like the goofy, funny side of things. And on IMDb, the first genre listed is comedy, which I didn't know all this going into it. I was going into it like expecting a really disturbing movie, and I was so excited and was let down. So if you go into it not knowing that, or knowing that it's not a really disturbing film, then you might not be disappointed like I was, because there are some good films in this. In case you guys don't know what ABC of Death is, it's an anthology type film where there's directors from all over the world that are given a letter and they have to come up with a word and then create a short film, and it's about death however they want to interpret that. So obviously there are 26 short films. It's a lot to get through, but it's so much fun and it goes by so fast. I find it fun because I've watched both of them now with my boyfriend, and we always try and guess what the word's gonna be based on the letter and the story. So we're like, oh, it's this, and it's a competition. I don't know. So it's really entertaining in that aspect. So I would definitely recommend watching it with someone. I think it's fun to do it that way. I don't know what it'd be like to watch it by yourself because I never have, but maybe it'd still be cool to guess it in your head or out loud by yourself. So I want to mention the #1 short film in this that really stood out to me, and that was Z at the very, very end. And I was hoping that there was going to be a redemption, and that redeemed it. I love Z. I'm not going to tell you what it stands for because the game type situation, like I said, it's fun. So try it out. But I loved that one. It was insane and so creative, and it's one of those where you feel jealous in a way because you wish that you would come up with something like that, because honestly the way that story played out and the way it was directed, it felt like a book in a way, like a short story. That one was definitely my favorite one. There were some earlier ones in the film that I remember liking, but I can't remember exactly which ones. B was pretty good if I can remember. It was still goofy and not scary at all, but it was good. And Z, although it was my favorite, it wasn't really disturbing either. None of these really were. So if you went into the first one being a little afraid and coming out traumatized, you won't have that situation with this one. Although there was a part in Z where I had to almost look away. I didn't. I stuck it out, but I almost had to look away. That is one thing that ABCs of Death is really good about, is gore. It has some good gore, but then again, every story is different and every story is worked on by someone, by like a completely different team. So there's gonna be different effects throughout. There's one that was claymation that was so good. There's a lot of ones that make you think. There's a lot of weird ones. There's some stupid ones. There's some really good ones. So I think it's worth going through all of them just to find those gems throughout. Not all of them are going to be good. It must be expected in an anthology type of film, but it overall was, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the experience of ABCs of Death and the whole anthology type of movies. I mean, those are some of my favorite kinds of films, like VHS. So if you like those kind of films, then you'll probably like these. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. I didn't want to like give too much away because, or talk about the letters individually all that much, because then when you watch it, it ruins the surprise. So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave more movie requests down below, and I will see you soon. Bye.
I went somewhere. That was a dream.
It was hell.